Great to have ESPN Cavs reporter Dave McMenamin with us on SportsCenter AM. Dave, just one game, right, but as complete of a team performance as we've seen lately from this team. So what were the Cavs saying after the win?
Well, Randy, it was a loose locker room. In one corner, you had Iman Shumpert in overalls and a red and white striped shirt looking like he borrowed it from Where's Waldo, complimenting Richard Jefferson on his turtleneck that he was wearing. You had Channing Frye next to them talking about how, these sneakers I'm wearing are a little too tight. I'm going to wear these Vans out into the night without wearing any socks. And Richard Jefferson says, oh, you're going commando. How about that? You had some of the guys in the locker room talking about and watching the Toronto versus Boston game on the television in there. You had Kyle Korver answering a question about LeBron James's passing, and LeBron listening in from across the room and saying, so what is it? Yes or no? What's the answer? And then Korver told us that, this group, this locker room, ever since I joined it, yeah, everyone thinks there's been turmoil, but they're not panicking, so I'm not panicking. If they're okay, I'm okay. Really, we are a tight-knit group, and we have always been since I've gotten here. And really, when Korver arrived was when things were starting to go sideways from everybody's outside perspective. But everybody in that locker room right now feels good about themselves.
All right, so the locker room was loose. There continues to be this sort of possible personnel move looming out there. Knicks continuing to pursue a trade involving Kevin Love, perhaps, and Carmelo Anthony. What are the Cavs saying about those rumors?
Well, the Cavs are being really tight-lipped about that right now. But if you think about it, we know that the only way a deal can get done involving Carmelo Anthony is if he waives his trade clause. So it behooves the Knicks, if they want to move him, to start putting stories out there that would involve teams that Carmelo Anthony would actually be interested in enough to waive that clause. And the Cavs make a lot of sense if the Knicks believe, A, LeBron James actually does want to play with Carmelo and has the power to make that happen, and B, Cavs owner Dan Gilbert can be swayed by public opinion. If that story is floated out there and then all of a sudden Dan Gilbert hears on his Twitter timeline from Cavs fans that, hey, we need to make this happen, we got to get Carmelo Anthony, perhaps the Knicks can kind of play puppeteer here and get the deal that they want, because it seems like right now the Knicks want to be out of the Carmelo Anthony business.
If it's not Carmelo Anthony, maybe it's one of the 4 players who tried out at that free agency workout yesterday. Where do the Cavs stand now following that?
Well, they have not made a decision as of late Wednesday night what they're going to do there. Ty Lue hinted actually that they might have a free agency big man camp as well, and then perhaps they'll get a decision. I was told by one Cavs source it was likely they would end up picking up one of those 4 guys, but I couldn't get a read on who was the best out of the workout. I was in contact with Jordan Farmar afterwards. He said he felt it went really well for him personally, but as a group, nobody got any word, and they expected to go back to their respective homes and then hear from their representatives what the team felt about the workout.
ESPN Cavs reporter Dave McMenamin. Up next for the Cavs, a trip to Madison Square Garden to face the Knicks and Carmelo Anthony. You can see that 8:30 Eastern on ABC on February 4th. For more, let's throw it over to Jay.
Randy.